easy.
We've been going through a lot of technical issues this morning,
We
but
have.
that's okay. And I'm not doing that StreamYard thing anymore because
We tried it.
we did try it. I think the picture looks a heck of a lot better like this than it did with that little tiny StreamYard
Yes.
picture.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'll try it again, you guys. I'm always
Okay, you're
looking
live.
for new ways to do things.
Now I gotta find where I am live. So I can
Go on your page.
it just was there, but it's not showing anything.
There it is.
Is this it?
Well, it was it. Is it yesterday? No.
No. Okay.
No, I don't see yours. I don't see mine either. But
Okay.
we have Marky Marks in the
Hi,
house.
Mark.
Hi, Mark.
See, we must be
Yeah.
because look, because I'm on the chat.
Yeah. Okay. We're good. We got who else? Who else do we have? We got Bo. We got Gloria.
Okay.
Is that Gloria? Is that Gloria?
Okay.
Good morning, you guys.
morning.
Happy Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. And we're over here trying to figure out turn that.
Okay, I will, but hold on.
I hate to hear the sound of my own voice.
I
What
hate it
about
too.
you? Great sight and sound as always. I've been here since 10, wondering where the heck I was going to come on, but y'all got figured out. I hope to.
Okay.
But thank you for waiting. Greatly appreciate that. Always happy to
Hi,
see you
darling.
guys.
Sorry, I'm now I can read the chat too. We're in business.
We're in business. I just can't find it to monitor. Wait, view channel.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
It was great. It rained yesterday. It was good. It was all
It
good.
was good.
It was all
It
good.
was good. And I got to see my baby yesterday. That was good too.
Yes.
Coca-Cola 600 today. What?
Nice. NASCAR.
Oh, I'm like, yeah. I mean, and I've been to NASCAR and Monte Carlo and all that stuff, but I still
Yeah.
don't even know what it is or how it
So we're
works.
doing very
Yeah.
good. So we're going to talk about let's talk about we're going to get this out of the way quick. News on J6 again today.
It's between 1.7 and 1.8 because I see conflicting numbers, but
1.7,
1.8 billion
dollars there's going to be awarded
a fund for these people.
Trump signed for the J6 prisoners across the country. But they're already the Senate is already we're going to block that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They're not getting it. I think they deserve it because they've been in jail and they've lost their homes. They've lost everything they've had.
Exactly.
Everything because of the government.
Exactly.
I mean, medical help.
Oh, and not just that, their families have suffered.
They've suffered. Their kids have suffered.
But they have suffered the most because the way that people talk about them, when they really were trying to save our country, I don't know any J6ers that personally, people I know who were at J6 were all patriots. Every stinking one of them.
And I got this news yesterday.
Tell us.
76% of our J6ers are either veterans, firefighters, police officers. That's news to me. I mean, I knew that we had a lot of veterans.
I believe it, 100%.
And I believe that 100%.
So I actually few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I interviewed, I believe it was Enrique. I just had his name on the end of my.
Jericho says it's 1.776 billion. Thank you, Jericho.
So anyway, I interviewed someone. He was in jail for J6, and he was a member of the Proud Boys, and he said that the reason that they went to J6 was to protect people, not to cause harm, not to hurt anybody, not to certainly stage a coup, but because they did expect there to be trouble, and they went there to protect the patriots. That's why they were there, the Proud Boys. And they talk about the Proud Boys as if they're some kind of terrorist organization. And they are the opposite of a terrorist organization. They are a group that consists of law enforcement, military, protectors, our protectors.
Protectors.
And when Jamie tells me that nearly 75% of those arrested for J6 were our protectors,
Yes.
that tells me that the government was trying to outlaw being a protector
Mm-hmm.
and to put people in jail
You're right.
who might actually protect us. That's what they wanted. And
Jericho's saying,
yeah.
we know that, but you can say his name because we can.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to say?
Oh, Jericho? Yeah.
Well, Jericho.
Oh, Enrique Tario.
Yes,
Exactly. Thank
yes.
you. Yeah. No, I was trying. I had his name on the tip of my tongue, and then it just didn't come out. Yeah, it was Enrique Tario. Exactly. And he explained to me the reason they were there was purely for protection, and
Absolutely.
that they threw him in jail because they on trumped up charges.
Right.
That saying that he had weapons that he didn't even have.
Correct.
They went after these people with everything they could because they're our protectors. That's
Correct.
why there were nearly 75% of them in jail because
Yes.
they were the people that the government wanted to dissuade from ever acting up again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I believe that J6 even happened.
And if they think they can stop us now, we're on a roll now.
Mhm.
We are on a roll. And then the next is to
Yeah, but I want to talk about that a second because our girl Jamie here from the show yesterday that she put on Facebook, she got some hate from that.
I
Like
did. Like,
coming
oh
after,
God,
like they want to come after her.
I don't care.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Jamie and I, we're two little old ladies who just don't give a crap. And you
I'm
can't
not gonna.
scare us at all because guess what? We don't have those fear bones in
I
us.
don't.
And we're not afraid of anything or anyone. And you can do and say whatever you want to us because we will always rise again and come up with our, fight, fight, fight. You think President Trump's the only one who can do that? No, you ain't seen nothing yet. And you've seen the little old ladies of Pennsylvania
Mhm.
start getting angry.
Yes.
Right.
So then, anyway, after we got off live, I'm working my magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That we're going to go to the American First Warehouse.
In June. I mean, sorry,
July.
July.
July
July.
7th,
Yeah.
guys.
'Cause I'm coming back.
She'll
I'm
come
coming
back, and we're gonna do a couple podcasts at the First American Warehouse, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I guess I can also say I'm going to launch a book about J6,
That's right. Guess who's gonna publish it?
and guess who's going to publish it for me?
First people.
Over the wall is good. The story about J6 over the other
That's the title, Over the Wall.
over the
The
wall.
the true story
The
of
true the
J6.
true story of
It's
what
gonna be a great book.
what we have gone through as my chat. And me being down at that jail with Mama Mickey and
She's seen it.
Nicole,
She's seen it up
Tammy,
close and personal. She knows all the
Joe
truth
the
about
Box.
J6 is in this woman's head, like you wouldn't believe it. I said to her, "What do you want in your book? What do you want people to know?" And her answer was everything.
Everything.
Just want them to
So
know.
we're gonna do a couple podcasts up there. We're gonna hope to get a couple J6ers there. But we're going to do this because we need to talk about it. And just because we talked about it yesterday, then this whole thing launched to how much that President Trump signed.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, this all just
Yeah.
came, and I think we're gonna get justice. And I think it might take a little bit, but they're gonna get it. And Michael Bird's gonna go to jail. Fanon's gonna go to jail. Um, Nancy Pelosi. I hope they all do. And I hope it all happens all at once.
I hope it happens soon too,
And it
because
happens.
I don't know how much longer we can take this. It is it's very difficult to live in the world these days and know the truth
Know the
and then
truth.
have people, come on, say these disgusting things to us. And
Yes.
it just, but guess what? We don't care. I can't even see the disgusting comments. I'm just relying on my mods right now. For some reason, I can't get my show live on my phone.
Go to
I
YouTube.
don't know why.
Go to YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
Okay, now
I'm on the Beach Report view channel. Where is it?
go up a little bit.
Up.
The other way.
There's no up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about here?
Yeah. There's
No, go here.
No, no, that's
Does it say top? If you go
says you're
first,
live.
it says I'm live.
Yeah, doesn't say I'm
Doesn't
live.
say anything about the beach report.
No,
Oh
no,
my.
but they're
Okay.
watching, so
So
clearly
yeah,
I'm live.
yeah, obviously. So yeah, so
Thank you to my mods. I know you guys are working super hard today. I
and
really
thank you. If you
appreciate
guys
you.
want to on my chat also, if you guys can
Yes, you can see Jamie's channel too.
pass it out and
Yeah.
make sure everybody's on here.
Look at, oh, there. Wait, I did see the live. There it
Yeah,
is.
there's my live.
No, that's your live.
That's my live.
I'm seeing your live, but
Yep,
where's my
right,
live?
right. So now I'm excited because now we have to do a bio and send a picture, and they're going to do flyers at the American Warehouse and advertise that we're going to do
For
this
July
7th.
7th.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll be back up north on July 7th and at America's Warehouse. It's
The
so
first
exciting.
American Warehouse.
First America Warehouse.
And where is it at?
In in Ronkonkoma, New York. She can't. She couldn't say it. She's like in what were you calling it? Rockamoka or something? I said Ronkonkoma.
Okay. Jericho wants to know who your friend is, Jamie, and what's her channel.
So I'm on the Beach Report, Jericho. Hello and welcome. I do the Beach Report every single day on YouTube and also on Facebook. I've been doing this show for more than 10 years, and
Yes.
every day. Every day's like a new adventure here. But I am a real journalist. I have been a journalist since I graduated from Ohio University Scripps School of Journalism in 1987. And I did work for the mainstream news. I was a newspaper girl. I was with the Pittsburgh Post Gazette for a very long time, and started with the Pittsburgh Post Gazette right after 9/11, which was 9/11, 2001 really changed my life. I had recently moved back to America from Switzerland. I lived in Switzerland for 10 years, and wow, that's cool with those stars. Who did
Yes,
that? That's
that's
neat.
nice.
That looks like
That's
a
pretty cool.
flag.
That looks
I
like a
really
flag.
like that. Thank you. Anyway, I don't know how you did that.
Yes, we will sing.
Yeah.
We will sing later. Mhm.
Yes,
That-
we will absolutely sing.
We always sing.
And actually, on the Beach Report, I break into song regularly. You just never know when it's going to happen, but it's always going to happen.
Right, it's always happening.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun here on the Beach Report, and we usually do see the beach, but I am up north this month. I have a new baby granddaughter in my life. So
That's why she's here.
I had to come up
Yeah,
here.
come visit me.
And
too.
yes, and I had to come visit my friend Jamie Crow. So I will be back many times. And as you just heard, I'll be back in July. Actually, I'll
Right.
be going to Pittsburgh first because, I was a Pittsburgh Post Gazette reporter for a very long time. And one of my biggest beats was Butler. Yeah,
Mhm.
Butler, the same Butler where President Trump was shot and nearly killed, and Corey Comprador was killed. And
Trina.
I am a part of that community, and they've asked me to come back this year because it is America's 250th birthday.
Oh my God.
I know, it's so amazing. And so the town of Saxonburg, which is actually where the steel cable was invented by John Roebling, and they're going to have a bridge because the Brooklyn Bridge was also built by John Roebling from
Yes.
Saxonburg. So we'll be going back to Saxonburg in July for our big birthday bash of our country, 250 years. And they're going to put my book. Oh, this is the first book I ever wrote and published. It's called Like It Was Yesterday, A Journalist's File Since 9/11. And I wrote this book in honor of something I found out that disturbed me, which was that children were not really learning about 9/11 in school, and nobody was telling them about it, and they didn't even know what it was or what happened. So I wrote this book. It does it's recommended for kids 10 and up, and also recommended for adults if you need to remember 9/11. It's a great conversation starter with young people who weren't born then or are too young to remember. So it's a book. I think it's a very important history book, and it will be part of a time capsule that they're going to put into the ground in Saxonburg, and they're going to put my book in it too. So that's why I'm coming back to Saxonburg in July, and I'm super excited about that. And then I'll be over here. We're on the other side of the state of Pennsylvania,
Right.
and we'll be going to Ronkonkoma, New York,
To the first
to
American
the
warehouse.
First American Warehouse, where
That's July 7th.
July 7th, and we'll be doing podcasts, and it's going to be a really
We
cool
will talk
event.
about, and my chat guys, yeah, we're gonna go to the First American Warehouse with Joe the Box. And news to you guys is I'm writing a book, Over the Wall.
Over the Wall. It's going to be a really I think we need a comprehensive book about what actually happened on J6, just like we needed a comprehensive book about what happened on 9/11. And you can buy my book on jillbooks.com. That's the only place I sell it now. Yeah, it's all over Amazon, and you can get a copy there too. And
Mhm.
somebody else will have owned it, and I will have written in it, because all of my books are signed by me. But if you want to get your own fresh, brand new copy that I can sign to you personally, just go to jillbooks.com and check it out. That's the only way I make money, because I'm not sponsored by anybody. I have my own business. I am a writer, a journalist, an editor, and also a publisher. And I have my own boutique publishing company, jillbooks.com. Thank you so much for putting it in the comments. I appreciate
thank
that,
you
you guys. So please check it out. This is what keeps the Beach Report going, along with, of course, my YouTube channel, my Facebook channel, and every one of you, my loyal people, who've been watching me for more than 10 years now.
Right.
So, and if you haven't been watching me for more than 10 years, but you are still loyal, and I appreciate every one of you. Okay,
so that's out of my stream, and you guys all kind of know this. She is going to launch my book.
Right.
Okay.
Publish. I'm going
She's
to
gonna
publish her book,
She is going to publish my book.
because I am a boutique publisher.
So, as in my chat, guys, if you have anything that you want to write about J6 Over the Wall, what we have experiences, let me know, and I will put that in my book, word for word. So, Jericho, if you want to put something in, I will be glad to put anybody that listened even for the last 5 years.
Yes, exactly. And I love that you just said that, especially on your podcast, because yeah, you guys who have been involved in the J6 movement, and or are a J6 for yourself, please reach out to Jamie if you want to contribute to this book. That is great. We do want you to contribute.
Would ask Jamie about it. Were they?
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
yeah.
That's a troll.
Do you want to? Oh, that's a troll.
Mhm.
Okay, well, all right, honey. We've had enough of you, and you're now hidden from the channel. So we're a little sick of you with your troll ways. Yeah, she did that yesterday until I blocked her. But
And it's just super crazy.
yeah.
If you have Jericho, Trina, whatever, if anybody comes on, just block them. This is Memorial Day weekend.
Exactly. Well, we're always going to get the crazy
You're
people.
gonna always get the crazy people.
And you know why? Do you know why we get the crazy people?
Because they have nothing else better to do.
No, it's actually worse than that. A lot of them are paid trolls.
Sure.
And I have noticed, and my mods have noticed, that they come in waves. So it's like, I think they all say, let's all go to the Beach Report and cause trouble. Only you don't cause trouble on the Beach Report, because we're on to you, and you'll be kicked off before you can start anything. So trolls don't get a lot of traction on the Beach Report, because we don't just kick them off the show, we feed them to alligators. But we don't have any alligators out there right now. New Drop knows. Thank you. But we will now feed them to bears. We have bears outside.
Lions and bears and
with lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So yeah, but we got bears out here in Pennsylvania. So if you want to come on and be a troll, you will get fed to
thanks,
the bears.
Trina.
So
Trina just linked your YouTube to my
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Because you know what? We all have to work together. And that's
And we
another
will.
thing. We do work together.
Mm.
So the reason that you see people like Jamie on my show and me on Jamie's show is because we are collaborating. Because we can't do this all by ourselves. It's
Correct.
a very big job. But we also love it when you come on the show too and you collaborate with us.
Mhm.
And you know, like my mods here, I don't know what I'd do without you guys. They keep my chat safe from trolls. And so there's two reasons why the trolls come on. One is that they're paid. That's
Yep.
their job.
That's their job.
And then the ones who aren't paid are the ones that are really cuckoo, and they come on because they're jealous, or they're just full of
That-
hate and anger. Oh, we have another one.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Yeah. Man. Jamie's got her haters just like I do.
We just
Yeah.
have hate, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
It is
That's
okay
that's
because
what
guess what? We don't care.
I don't
And
care.
we're not worried about you at all. Well, yeah, we're worried about your, you know, your state of mind. I mean, not worried, just like, whoa, what's wrong with that person?
It's okay. It's okay.
But it's okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
it's okay.
We're old. We've been around so
It's
long.
okay.
We've seen everything. We've been hated. We've been loved. We've been everything. You know, people look at me. You're hideously ugly.
Right.
You're amazingly beautiful. I don't trust any of it. And you know what? I don't care because I only have one person, if you will, that I really care about, and that is the Lord. And that's who I care about.
Right.
Who thinks about me the most? Is him, and that's who I'm playing to. Yeah. But right now, I really want to help my country, and I want to stop the lies about J6 because
Yes.
I'm really sick of it. I'm sick
sick
of
of it.
hearing lies. I'm sick of people calling people who are patriots and calling them criminals and talking about them like they're the worst in the world when really there are many forces that you don't even realize that are coming against us. That if you want to hate your fellow patriot, or you want to look at the guy on the street because you know you think that he supports Trump and you hate him, he's not your enemy. The enemy is the government that was put in place over the past 50 years to actually money, steal our country, turn us into slaves, make us hate each other. That's your enemy right there.
Right.
They imported people into this country who don't belong here and
Yep.
were never part of the American dream. And they told us that we better give them everything we have or else. That's what happened.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Or else
Yeah.
they'll take over, which they're trying to do. But we're not going to let it happen. We're a couple of MAGA mamas here. We
Yeah.
want we want America to be great again.
Mhm.
We have children, we have grandchildren, and that's what we fight for this.
Do.
We're not getting rich over here. We don't make any money
I don't
off
make
of
any
this
money
movement
doing
at
that,
all. She's not even monetized. I'm monetized because this is my job. I am a journalist and I am a writer, an author, a publisher, and this is what I do. I was built for this actually. And I do my show. I've been doing it for the last 10 years
Right.
because this is my life. This is everything that I do. So you want to come on and tell me to get a job? Well, you're looking at it, buddy. This is my job.
It is a job.
It is.
So yeah, so
It's
then
important.
and then again, this J6 flag. This was another one of my creations that President Trump has signed, and some of our J6ers are
Actually, I want to show them the flag and all the things people wrote on it because it is really cool. So
It is really
I'm
cool.
going to show it to you guys. Hold on.
And you
Let me turn
guys,
the camera
so
around.
we're good. We're good.
Let's
Um,
see.
let's see. Ben Pollock, what an amazing guy that he had. He had two children in prison for January 6th.
All right. Well, let's start with President Trump's
There's President
signature. And he was the first one to sign this area. So then everybody wrote all around him. Yeah. So these are all the names of people. Now, they're not all J6ers, right? but most of them are.
Most of them are. There's people that stood down in the corner. Like, I'm not a J6er. I am a supporter.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm on there.
Right. Jamie is a supporter.
Kathy McCoy. We're both in the 6. Kathy's in the 6, and I'm on top of the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know who you're looking at. If I could tell.
Okay. Jim Marciansky. Or Maciansky.
I think he's. That was one that I just met on the 5-year anniversary, I do believe.
How about Sapphire Patriot Sherry Hafner?
Sherry Hafner. Sherry Hafner stood on the corner with us over the wall every day. And she's a veteran. Thank you, Sherry, for your service also.
Aw. How about David
David Valentine?
No, starts with a C, I think. Wait, I gotta find ones I can read. Some of them are hard to read. Darlene Solano.
I'm not sure.
Okay. How about
Pick somebody that you know.
Okay, wait a minute.
Ben Pollock is above the J. Ben Pollock.
Oh, Ben Pollock.
Ben Pollock is a dad, and he had 2 kids in J6 that were both arrested.
Two kids?
2 kids.
Oh my gosh. How about David Shand? Shand?
Sure. Suzanne Monk.
How about Suzanne Monk?
Suzanne Monk is a great supporter, and she's always all over DC. Today, she's still over at the Capitol, talking about it, talking loud about January 6th. I talk loud about January 6th, but she does outstanding work.
Stephen Corson, Freedom for USA.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Mama Mickey. Mama Mickey.
Where's Mama Mickey? We have to
find Mama Mickey. Mama Mickey is Ashley Babbitt's mother. What a great patriot she is. I think she is at the top somewhere. She right there at the very top.
Oh, there it is, Mickey.
Mickey is Ashley Babbitt's.
That's Ashley Babbitt's mama.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a J6 flag.
Dempsey, that's in the David Dempsey, that's in the orange ribbon.
Oh yeah, David Dempsey.
He's a J6er. Tammy above that. What's Tammy above in the ribbon? She was down on the corner.
Oh, Tammy Jackson.
Tammy Jackson. She had a husband that was also in jail.
How about let's see. Dave Wilson, live one.
Yes. David Wilson is a J6.
Who's Marsigliano?
Who else is on there that you guys would know? Find somebody that you would know.
Jericho.
There's Jericho. Jericho is on there. David Valentine. David Valentine was.
I don't see David Valentine.
Freedom Express Media.
Yeah, I know David Valentine. He's from Florida.
He went with me with President Trump. I took one person with me.
Dave Wilson.
David Valentine to come with me. And we did the signing with President Trump. Let's see.
J6 grandma, Cindy Lou Who Young.
Yeah, Cindy Lou Who. She's a grandma, J6.
Yeah. Edward Young. Edward X Young.
Edward X Young does all. He's the guy.
Green MAGA hat.
Yes, he's the one that everybody thinks that is Kennedy. When you know, you know. He wears the green.
See you later, Bo.
He wears the green hat at every rally.
Okay.
Okay. Another J6 supporter he is. Let's see. I'm looking on there. Jake Lang is on there. He's right above the president signature.
Yeah, Jake Lang.
Okay. Peter Stager is on there somewhere. He's another patriot that I kind of bonded with. What a great guy. You know what? All the J6ers are great people. They all believe in God. They all they're all patriots. They believe in this country. They love this country. Most of them love the country.
Yeah.
Okay, Jericho just told me Suzanne Monk wrote a book about pardons. How great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there were these books written. Wait, show them these books.
And then there's these books that were written, and I don't have the third one. Tim Rivers did these. Okay, here's this one. This is letters from prison, and we can read out of these.
Oh.
Okay, then here's the other one. The Art of Confinement. Tim Rivers also wrote this also. These you can get off stophate.com. There is 3 books like this. This is probably one of the first books that came out when J6 happened. My flag came later. T-shirts came later.
Okay, I'm going to read this to you.
Which one are we listening?
Just lesson 1.
Okay, in what book?
Oh,
The Art of
Confinement.
The Art of Confinement.
On January 6th, 2021, real American patriots were fed up with election fraud and stood up against the establishment. This simple statement describes the beginnings of one of the most dangerous and momentous times in America's. The forces of America suffered a reversal of trust, integrity, and justice.
Move your phone over a little bit because you're in my live. Look.
Oh, sorry, guys. There we go. How's that? Better?
Yeah, see.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
All right,
There
good.
you go. Perfect. Our American flag is gone, but that's okay.
What's gone?
The American flag.
Oh no. No, not the flag.
The flag fell over.
All right, hang on, guys.
My American flag fell over.
We want it perfect.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You can't even see it on my show, but that's okay. All right. It is so rare to be patriots in America. It's not rare. Actually, they want you to think it's rare, but it's not. Right. And everybody who's on the Beach Report, who is subscribed to the Beach Report, I believe, is an American patriot. Because if you're not, you've been kicked off and fed to bears. Sorry. Okay, I'm back.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yes, please hit the like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate that. And for Jamie too. Okay. On January 6th, the fortunes of America suffered a reversal of trust, integrity, and justice. Mm-hmm. She began a rapid and precipitous decline from greatness. And that suffering and decline continues even today. Well, this was written 2.5 years later at the writing of this lesson, but it's still. The events surrounding that astounding election and the response of a vast multitude of American public on January 6th set off a chain of events that few Americans, save those who contrived and perhaps planned it all, would have ever anticipated. The citizen patriots who traveled to Washington, D.C. that day to hear patriotic speeches and present their own voices in opposition to what many perceived as a contrived and stolen election were met with an event that would destroy many of their lives and families. One that would imperil the sense of justice in America that defines her contract with her citizens. And here is where this lesson begins. In the fall of 2022, over 128 men and women incarcerated for the events of January 6th were now publicly labeled by the mainstream media. Pelosi's illegitimate January 6th committee and the Biden administration's corrupt DOJ as insurrectionists and domestic terrorists. Many were entering their second year of imprisonment,
Mhm.
some without ever having received their trials or even being granted the ability to prepare their defenses. The DOJ and the DC district courts had had effectively slow walked each and every case until the process of justice became the preordained punishment for these patriots' thought crimes. The DOJ and the administration had diabolically created their perfect arch of injustice, one that precisely and geometrically surrounded and enveloped these men and women in a trap of unprecedented complexity, danger, and lethality. But after more than 2 years of confinement, the prisoners of January 6 had acquired a dedicated and growing community of
Yeah.
like minded citizens and patriots, people who now constantly communicated with and succored the needs of these new age political prisoners. They were undoing this curve of punishment by selfless donations to legal funds, commissary, and most importantly, the supportive words, prayers, and rallies on their behalf. The first book of the American Gulag Chronicles,
Right here. You got it right here.
sorry, this one,
Mhm.
Letters from Prison, told their heart wrenching stories of that day and the price they paid for their beliefs and patriotism over those first difficult months. Now, here in this first lesson, they reveal their best kept and hard earned secrets, the arts of confinement.
Yours. Mhm.
The prison commissaries refers to a facility or store within a prison or correctional institution where inmates can purchase various goods and personal items. In many prison systems, inmates are not allowed to possess certain items, and the commissary provides a controlled and regulated way for them to obtain approved products. Supporters can provide help by contributing to their commissary accounts. Generally, inmates can purchase from the commissary every 2 weeks, and the total amount is limited to a maximum set by the facility, enforcing equal access, possibly to make it fair for all inmates, regardless of their financial standing. Several organizations provide a way for people to donate to funds that in turn send contributions to inmates' commissary accounts as needed. It is important to remember that families who lost their primary breadwinner are usually under tremendous financial stress, and taking care of their loved one in jail is expensive. And as we found out yesterday, not only that, but you will then have to pay for being in jail.
Yes.
It's a system that I think is antiquated and needs reform. That's for dang sure. So since it's Sunday, I'm going to read this excerpt from the book, and this is from Jake Lang, and he wrote this in September of 2022. My dear brother, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, hard times. Know this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have her perfect works, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Amen. Awesome to have you on the prayer call. I am on most Sundays at 9 p.m. Join this week so I can say hello. Glad you are staying up to date with all my podcasts and interviews. The J6 world is vast, and we have drawn together a beautiful gathering of patriots and Christians. Like this past weekend, wow, the turnout was superb. Couldn't be more proud of my team. How blessed are we? The God of all mercy surely has a plan for us. We will see it to fruition and build our boat in the desert waiting for the storm. Christ is coming. Prepare the way for the Lord. So I'm not going to read the rest of this because I just I want to take a moment and acknowledge the fact that prayer is what will get us through these trying times the most.
Mhm.
And for those of you who live in abject fear of everything, I really encourage you to pick up the Bible and read it and understand that God does not want you to be afraid,
Ever.
because it's your fear that feeds this machine of hate and injustice. So that's why I ask you all to be strong, to be fearless and to stand up for what you believe.
And never given.
Never. Because when you let these people, they come on my show, they come on Jamie's show, they make threats, they call us names, they attack the way we look, the way we talk,
Never give up. Never give
everything.
in.
But we don't care
I don't care.
because that's not who we're talking to. Or maybe it is that they can't hear us. It's to those of you who still have faith, those of you who still believe, and those of
I
you
can ask Jericho. He
Ask
wants Lego Man and Olivia Pollock to be at the America First Square House. We'll work on that.
But yeah, so I want you guys to just purely have faith. Go on about your day. Do not worry what is happening around you in other countries, any of that, because when you focus on yourself and your family and making life a happy experience for all involved, I
Right.
think you'll see the world changing. Because it seems like there are people these days who really want the strife. They want the nastiness. They're looking for it. They come on my show, they're clearly looking for a fight. We don't have to fight. We can do things the right way, which is with love, because God is love. And fear is the devil. And I think that it's fear that's causing everybody to act out like crazy people because you're all afraid. And what are you afraid of? I mean, I live my life, and I talk about this often because I walk in faith. And everything that I do is actually to further my faith and yours. I talk about God, I talk about my friends, my family with reverence, with love. And when you talk about everybody with this seed of fear and of hatred, you're spreading that, and it's not healthy for anybody, especially you.
Let's can we talk about the assassination in Butler?
Yeah,
How they are with Helen right now.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
They're
So as you guys now know that I am a Pittsburgh girl. And I am also, I'm not a Butler girl, but I was from Allegheny County. But Butler was my beat with the newspaper that I was with for almost 20 years. And I love Butler. Butler is a really, it's a really great place. And the Butler
It is.
County
It
is
is.
very different actually from Allegheny County. The people in Butler are more rural. And they're also, in a lot of ways, they're very patriotic. Pennsylvania is a very strange state. Half of it is dyed-in-the-wool Democrat, and they never want to change. And then the rest of us, the Republicans, the Independents, the MAGA patriots, which Pennsylvania is full of. When you drive through Pennsylvania, you see the biggest Trump signs, still from 2024. No, you don't see any Biden signs, not any. You don't see any Hillary Clinton signs left up from 2016, but you see his Trump signs, and that tells me a lot. And also, another reason why you think that we all hate each other so much is because the loud voices are the angry voices, and the rest of us, we don't want to be loud and angry. And that's why you might think that we're not around or that people are all like this or like that because we're not being loud and angry. We're being, kind of subdued and quiet because that's how we are. We're not trying to hurt anybody. They're always talking about the violence.
Yes.
That's not our way. I've read all of this actual scientific facts show that the Republicans are the most violent. I don't know where they get
I
that
know where
from.
they get that information from.
I think it's because the mainstream media, every time something happens, they rush to blame someone who didn't do it. It's always
point the finger at everybody else but themselves.
exactly. And I believe that's why you're always thinking that the opposite of what is true. Let's just put it that way. And J6 is one of the biggest lies ever to come out of the Democratic Party.
Absolutely.
And I will fight till my dying day to prove the truth.
That was not even an insurrection. I don't even know why they even say that.
No.
It's just so dumb.
Well, you know why they say it, because they are trying to vilify those of us who love America and those of us who want our country to be great again and those who hate make America great again. Do you even hear yourself? You hate making America great? Like, what is up with that? Why is that so wrong?
I don't know.
I know why, because you hate not being able to steal, and you maybe hate not being able to hate. I don't know. I think that you hate everything that is good and moral and right. And we're not looking to get one over on anybody. We just wanted to live our lives and do our work and have our families and live in peace.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that's very difficult to do in this day and age. And I get out here and I talk in front of all of you and I say my piece and what I believe in at great danger to myself. And I know I see all your hatred comments, but it's not, I don't feel that I'm in any danger. I really do believe that I'm protected by God.
Yes.
And when I see that I get death threats, absolutely. Not every day or anything like that, but I get them and I see them and I think, wow, that's a person who really has a mental problems.
If you have serious problems, if you're talking about it.
Yeah, if you're like
If you're
threatening
somebody
people you
else,
don't even
you got a
know,
problem.
it's
There's a problem there.
it's a problem. It's a problem. Unfortunately, this is what's happened in our society, where it's now acceptable to throw out death threats to strangers or just to say the nastiest things you can think of. You can see these messages on my show that are held for review. There's a good reason for that.
Same with mine.
We have to do this because y'all are crazy. But those of you who aren't, and those of you who are good American loving patriots, you're in the right place. You're with your friends, and that's all that counts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yes, okay. Now talk about Helen.
Okay. So yeah, so this is something that really blows my mind. On July 13th, 2024, 2023, 2024.
No, 2024.
2024. President Trump, as you know, was doing a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. She was almost there.
We'll go there then.
I was in Florida.
I was supposed to be standing in front of President Trump at that rally, and I promised I would talk about J6 in New Hampshire. So I opted to go to New Hampshire instead of going to that rally because J6 was very important to me, and I knew President Trump was in good hands at that time. So I was like, oh, I can just miss one rally and I'll be okay. Well, comes to find out that
I'm glad you missed that rally.
I'm glad I missed that
A
rally.
lot of people actually missed that rally who were planning on going because they had a bad feeling. And they also noticed that security was really lax when they got there and they didn't want to be part of that. And as we now know, murderers with, I put an S on the end of that because I don't think that was one confused little boy named Thomas Crooks. There's no way in hell that one guy did that. There's no way that he got away with all running around the rally. He was there the day before. He was checking the place out. And they just let him do that, really.
And be on top of the roof.
Yeah.
I know that day the regular team, Trump's team, was with the Biden administration, and they pulled Trump's team for the Biden administration. And they had
Biden.
They had backup for President Trump.
That's who was handling him. Backup. And that day, and I don't even believe Thomas Crooks was the shooter.
That was planned.
I don't believe that at all. I believe that, you want to hear who I think did it? It was a man, an Antifa man. And I'm trying to think, what was his name? Oh, that's another one. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Get there.
Maxwell Urick. Maxwell Urick. That's the guy who really killed President Trump, in my opinion, because that Thomas Crooks, every interview they have with people who knew Thomas Crooks, went to school with him, was his teacher, every one of them was like, no way this kid did this. There's no way. And you look at even his just his lifestyle. He was working in a nursing home. He was getting ready, he was going to college, he wanted a career. This is not a person that was ready to just end his life, death by Secret
No.
Service. There's no way. You don't do all of those things and live like that if you really just want to go to
And then-
jail for the rest of your life, or the opposite, the other thing. Anyway, Maxwell Urick, on the other hand, was a known Antifa agitator, and he was actually arrested in Pittsburgh trying to hurt President Trump prior to that. And when I saw the kill shot that they showed with I saw Maxwell Urick. I didn't see the other kid. I had pictures. I think it's proof just from looking at the pictures. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And I think that will come out sooner, hopefully, rather than later. However, but we do have in the crowd there were 3 people shot. And one of them was fatally shot, and his name was Corey Comprator. And he was a father of 2. He was about to become a grandfather. He and his wife had been together since they were teenagers. A great love story there. And all of the sudden, their lives were just ripped apart by the hatred. And the people who want to harm President Trump, they're not going after him. And President Trump says it all the time. He says, they're not coming after me, they're coming after you. I'm just in the way.
Right.
And that day, President Trump actually stood in the way of them coming for Corey Comprator.
Yeah, I believe that.
They didn't know who Corey was, but
No.
he was a very
And then,
important.
of course, he's a firefighter.
That's what I was just going to say. He's a very important person in his community.
That's right.
He wasn't just a firefighter. He was the chief.
That's what I mean.
He was so important.
Another somebody important.
Somebody who, charged with the protection. And that's who they got rid of. And the thing that gets me the most is that I've heard that before the rally, right before, Corey was sure that President Trump was going to call him up and say something about him. Like, why would he think that?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then that happened.
And okay, so now we have Corey's family, his wife and his 2 daughters and grandchildren, and they have to move. They can't live in the home
because they're being threatened
that they've been in forever, the home where they lived with Corey, and they have to leave because of the hatred from people like someone Marky Mark just had to block, probably. You people who have so much hatred that you would go after a widow and make her life hell and make it so she has to leave the only home she's ever known with her husband, who's no longer with us, and make her life so bad that she has to run away and go somewhere where she can't be found. And that's despicable. And you should be so embarrassed and ashamed of yourselves for the way that you behave, that a woman like Helen can't have a private life anymore and is now a target of the leftist hate. And that is really a despicable situation.
And she's been through enough.
She's been through enough.
And
And she didn't ask for any of this. And she is not a politician. She never wanted to be a politician. And she never wanted to do anything but be a mom and a wife and a member of her community. And now she's this public figure and she's being targeted.
And support President Trump.
Marky Mark's block party is on.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And support President Trump. And President Trump talks to her at least once a week to
Yes.
make sure that she's okay.
And if she needs anything, she literally has a direct line to President Trump, and he always will take her phone calls.
Absolutely will.
And I've heard people say things like, he didn't care about her. He cares about her very
He
much.
cares about
He cares about all of us,
all of us,
actually.
I think.
And I'll hear people say, "Well, he said ba ba ba. He said he doesn't care." Well, everything you hear
Is not what you're hearing.
is coming from people who hate him.
The
And if he
national
says
media.
something and it's taken out of context and you just don't get it. But this is President Trump's at this point it's just like a mission from God for him. He can't turn around and he can't go back and he can't change anything that's happened, but he can lead us in through the future. So you want to keep talking about him like he's the worst thing that ever happened in this country. I
I beg to
totally,
differ.
I beg to differ. I think he was the best thing that ever happened to this country, and I'm not going to turn my back on him now.
No matter what.
No matter
matter
what. No matter
No
what.
matter what.
And you can say I'm in a cult if you want. I really don't
He's
care.
one person
I don't
to
care
fix
what
this
you think,
country.
but he is the one person who has done this to the detriment of his own life and family. And you guys may not know this. I don't think it's being spoken about on mainstream news now, but Ivanka, his daughter, has been targeted for assassination by an Iranian maniac, a terrorist. And this just happened. And it's the reason why President Trump isn't going to his son's wedding. And he's not going to celebrate, I think, whose birthday is it? Is it Barron's birthday?
I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's not doing family things now. He's going to Camp David. He's in DC, and he's doing everything he can to calm down tensions in the Middle East and make this a better world for each and every one of us. And when I say each and every one of us, I'm talking about everyone. I'm talking about the whole world that has literally been under the thumb of this country of
Right.
terrorists that only is like death to this one, death to that. Do you want these people running around with nuclear arms? President Trump doesn't think that's right.
I don't think that's
And
right either.
I agree with him 100%.
But I'm going to agree with him.
Mhm.
You know, there's some things that, sure, we're not going to agree with President Trump, but I'm still going to stand by him.
Mhm.
You know, after this whole live yesterday, like I said, and then he comes out and says he's going to compensate the J6ers. There's a reason why we did that yesterday. I believe that
100%.
God said that we needed to do that.
Mhm. Well, everything happens for a reason. I
Mhm.
totally believe that. And I also believe that each and every one of us is being put to the test and see what kind of person you are now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can throw out hatred everywhere you go. You can say how angry you are. You can tell us how afraid you are of everything, but that just tells us what kind of person you are.
Okay, Trina's saying, how many of them actually listen to Trump to a Trump rally? They should be listening. We should all should be listening to
Mhm.
the President of the United States and have a little respect for President Trump for all he's done and all that he's been through.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how many times has he been tried to be assassinated? And it's like
It's more than you know, I'll tell you that.
I
It's
just
more
think
than you
so.
know, and you know
And
about
you
a
know
lot
what? He
of it.
doesn't give up. He's not giving
He
in.
doesn't give up.
I
And
would have gave up a long time ago.
well, if President Trump doesn't give up, then I'm not going to give up.
I
Because
can't.
we can't. Jamie and I are of the like mindset that, you know, we want our country to be a better place because we have children, we have grandchildren, and there's a future that we're protecting.
Mhm.
It's not us. Our future, what do we have to look forward to? Just getting older, you know, but that doesn't mean that we should stop saying what we believe in because we've been on this earth for more than 60 years, the both of us, and we've seen a lot, and we've become wise throughout all of these more than 60 years. And we want things to be better. We don't want them to be worse. And we're not here to throw hatred or shame on anybody. We just want y'all to get along and to try to understand that we have a problem in this country. We have been used, we have been abused, our money has been stolen, our laws have been turned against us, our elected officials, we find out, are cheaters and liars and
Liars.
thieves, and there's just this big game being played against the American public.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Lions, tigers, and bears all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you know what? We're American girls. And we were born and bred in this country. And I admit, I left for a while. I went to Switzerland and became a Swiss citizen for like 10 years. And I learned, Switzerland is a socialist country. And as beautiful as it is, I don't want to live in a socialist country.
But do we want that here?
No, we
We
don't.
want that in America.
We don't. And I'll say, here's my tagline. When I lived in Switzerland, every house in Switzerland has a bomb shelter in it. Did you know that?
Nope.
Every single house of a certain size, of course. And we lived in a big house, so we had a big bomb shelter. And if there had been a bomb that we would have needed to go into the bomb shelter, then we would have had several of our neighbors come in with us because our bomb shelter was so large.
Right.
So I always thought the Swiss, they're very smart people. They're very artistic people. But as far as friendliness goes, well, they don't like foreigners. And they seem to have a lot of animosity, let's say, towards their neighbors. And towards me, being an American, it was very hard for me to assimilate with the Swiss. Some of them loved me, but some of them not so much. Not so much. So I would say my tagline was, I would rather die free in America than live in a bomb shelter with Swiss people.
Right.
So I moved back to America, luckily, and here I am, and I'm ready to die free in America. I don't want to live in a country where I need to be protected all the time and live in a bomb shelter and let the government tell me what to do. Although another thing about the Swiss, by the way, every one of them has a gun. Every one of them. And that's because all of the men are conscripted into the army, every one of them. So that's why they all have guns. So there's that.
Wow.
But yeah. Okay, so what else do we want to talk about
I
today?
know, since it's Memorial Day.
It's Memorial Day.
Thank our veterans, thank our first responders, thank for our freedom.
Well, and that's the point I want to say too, is that Jamie and I are just carrying on the tradition of our parents and grandparents and great grandparents who fought for this country.
Thank you for the military for keeping us safe.
Exactly. And thank you to President Trump
Thank
for
you,
putting
President Trump.
his life on the line. And now we
Every
find
single
out
day.
that his daughter's life has been put on the line and her children too. This maniac one, he actually had a blueprint of her house in Florida. And they were gonna do horrible things. But that's been stopped. Thank goodness. However, every day we are reminded that we live in a crazy, violent world.
We do.
And I think one of the best things that we all can do is be kind to each other. Even if you don't like someone, it's not going to kill you to smile at them and keep your nasty thoughts to yourself. Because as my mama used to say, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Okay. Sherry, you can either contact me on Facebook. These flags are available at stophate.com. And if they're not on stophate.com, I will call David Summerall. David Summerall has stophate.com, and I will make sure that we put that back up on the website so people can start purchasing them. I forget.
Hi, Ryland.
And all of everything that gets purchased, I don't make anything. Everything goes directly to January 6th. Everything. I don't make any money. I designed it. I did whatever, but none of that money, I did not collect any of that money. That all went to J6, all t-shirts.
Right. Well, we're not about getting rich here,
I'm
we don't care. I don't even think money's real.
All about our country. This has nothing to do with it. But yeah, go on stophate.com. there is merchandise on that page. If that is not on there, I will make sure I will call David Summerall and get the T-shirts and the flags back on there. There is also Ashley Babbitt shirts that are absolutely amazing with her picture on. God bless America. That's all I can say is God bless. And I hope President Trump can turn it around. But if we don't, the people don't support President Trump, we're in bigger trouble than what we started with at this point because he's trying his best and we're just not backing him up.
He is. So I noticed somebody's complaining that we took away their freedom of speech. You don't have freedom of speech on the Beach Report if you come on and you say horrible things.
Not
You are
ugly
not,
things.
you're not allowed to talk that way. You have no freedom of
There's
speech
no respect for that.
if you have no respect and you're full of hatred.
Okay, we will,
We don't
Jericho.
want to hear from you. So
Yeah.
then I have the freedom to block you, and so do all my mods. So just saying. Just saying, you can be all butthurt about it if you want, but the only people who complain about the kicking off of the nasty people are the nasty people.
Okay. Jericho wants
Fair.
us to talk. Jericho wants us to talk about Tina Peters.
Oh, Tina Peters. Okay, what's the latest on Tina Peters?
Tina Peters is getting out of.
Where's my other phone?
She is in prison.
Whoops, sorry.
Oh, no, that's right. Here's your phone.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'm sitting on it.
Tina Peters got arrested. Also, and President just signed an order to have her released a couple weeks ago, and she's supposed to get released next week. I do believe she's pulling up some information.
I'm gonna get the information for you. We'll see.
She's a grandmother, mother.
Yes, she is a grandmother. She's in her 70s,
She's
actually.
in her 70s. What a great lady.
It's really hard to find a story here that isn't all full of hate for Tina Peters. I got to say that. But I don't want to use CBS News because we know they lie. Did you know that CBS News actually did an interview recently with Spencer Pratt? And they cut it up so badly. He is so angry about it. He said they turned it into
That's what happens when you go to the
they
media.
turned it into a huge hit piece. But here's the difference between Spencer Pratt and President Trump. President Trump sued them for doing that to him.
Mhm.
Well, they did it to Kamala Harris to make her look good. And President Trump actually sued them. But Spencer Pratt lost his home and everything, and he probably doesn't have huge amount of funds to sue CBS. So let everyone know you shouldn't be watching CBS News.
First of all, why would you go to the media that's going to lie to you anyway?
Well, there's that too.
They're going to lie. They're going to make up stories. They're going to. I say you're better off going to YouTube and watching one of us, and say,
Well, here's the other thing too about YouTube is that you might have noticed that almost every other channel that you look at is run by AI now. And the people talking to you on the channels are AI.
Right.
You are never going to get that on the Beach Report. You are never going to get that on her show. We don't do AI and we are not AI.
No.
So here's something very interesting about the news is that it seems like the Democrats are really angry with the governor of Denver. The governor of Colorado.
Every day.
So I'm going to just read this from the Denver Post. And if you know anything about Colorado, which I was born there, actually, but I never lived there.
That's where Tina Peters is. She's in jail in Colorado.
But that's also where they tried to stop President Trump from even running for president. So don't forget that one. And that is a pretty horrible thing to do. That goes against everything our country stands for.
Tina Peters is supposed to get out of prison in the next couple of days because President Trump has signed an order.
Right.
But when January 6th happened and when they got pardoned, they didn't leave. President Trump signed that order. The guards would not let them out on either. They were like, we don't have to listen to the president of the United States. I'll tell you what, they should all be fired.
Yes, they should immediately.
Immediately.
Because that makes them dangerous. That makes them insurrectionists. Honestly.
That's an insurrection.
That is an insurrection. And that is traitor. That's a traitor.
That's a traitor. And it was hours before some of them got out. It wasn't like he signed it and they got out.
Yeah.
No, heck no.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay, I'll find that out, Trina. Okay. Um, they're looking on stop8.com. I will talk to David Summerall and I will get them back on there for everybody.
All right. Well, I am going to read the CBS version because it seems like the best one I can find right now. Tina Peters is speaking out against the Colorado Democratic Party after the Central Committee voted for a measure to censure Governor Jared Polis this week. Polis called the censure politically motivated. Interesting. It came after his decision to commute the sentence of former Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters, who was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison and additional time to be served in the Mesa County Detention Center for illegally allowing unauthorized access to voting machines after the 2020 election. Peters has been a vocal advocate for election denialist claims, believing in the debunked. Okay, when CBS News uses the word debunked, by the way, and I am a journalist, I'm just going to let you know that the word debunked to me is a dog whistle. It means that something really hasn't been debunked. They're just saying it has. That's how it works. Anyway, the debunked conspiracy that the 2020 election was stolen. Not debunked at all. Okay, not debunked at all. But anyway. Last year, the president threatened harsh measures if she was not released from prison and attempted to pardon her. But Peters was in state custody for state offenses and he did not have the ability to do so. Pulis said her sentence was very unusual for a first-time nonviolent offender, and that he believed too much weight was put on her beliefs over election fraud, which is protected First Amendment speech. Never forget that, please. She has crazy viewpoints, conspiratorial viewpoints that are not accurate, not true, but that is not a crime in our country or in our state, Polis said, adding that Peters apologized, and I think as a state we need to move past this, said Polis. The limited commutation halved her sentence, and Peters will be released on parole on June 1st.
Yes.
The move was met by immediate pushback from Colorado Democrats who accused the governor of bowing to political pressure. Gee, I thought he just said that he wasn't bowing to political pressure. On Friday, Peters shared a post on X stating that Democrats are unfairly targeting her and Polis and alluding to her previous election claims. This is what Tina says on X. I feel it is important to speak out against the travesty we are seeing happen in Colorado. The Democrats have once again shown that if you do not stay within their party line, they will try to destroy you. Governor Jared Polis commuted 9 sentences and pardoned 35 people. But the outrage from Colorado Democrats is aimed at Governor Polis and me. They are attacking the governor for showing mercy, and they have put a bullseye on a 70-year-old nonviolent first-time offender. Doesn't that make you wonder why? It should be obvious to Democrats and Republicans alike that they have something to hide. It is so obvious that they are willing to continue destroying people's lives to cover it up. The real victims are the people of Colorado. The real victims are every voter who deserves honest, fair, and transparent elections. I thank Governor Polis for being willing to stand up in the middle of this persecution and do what he believed was right. I have always and I will never back down. I will never give up, and I will never give in. Spoken like a true little old lady, little old American lady. I will always stand for truth, transparency, and fairness in our elections. No matter how hard people like Jenna Griswold and Phil Weiser try to cover up what was done to the people of Colorado, I will keep speaking the truth.
Yep.
The censure of Governor Polis shows just how radical the left has truly become. And if they are this afraid of mercy being shown to one whistleblower, the public should ask, what are they still trying to hide? Tina Peters is right.
Tina Peters is absolutely right.
And if you think the 2020 election wasn't stolen, well, I've got a bridge to sell you in the middle of swampland, because there's no way that Joe Biden was elected the president of the United States in a 81 million votes. As Carrie, what was her last? Carrie, what's her name? She said 81 votes my ass. I'm sorry, 81 million votes
It's
my
my
ass. What was Carrie's last name? I forget her
Carrie,
last name.
Yeah.
The one from Arizona.
Yep.
You guys know who I'm talking about.
Carrie, not Carrie Lake.
Yes,
Is
Carrie
it Carrie Lake?
Carrie Lake. I think it was Carrie Lake. Yeah. Anyway.
Isn't it funny how, every
Oh.
yeah, it's Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trina.
Yeah, thank you guys. But anyway, yeah, Tina Peters is absolutely right.
Another patriot.
It's the truth is going to come out. It comes every day in dribs and drabs, and I'm here for it. And someone says I will make a new party. You know what? I just want the American party at this point. I just want us to be united we stand, because it's true.
Divided we fall.
Divided we fall. And that's the damn truth. Is there anything else we need to talk about
No,
on this Sunday in America, and with our Memorial Day looming tomorrow, when we do remember that this country was bought and paid for with the blood of our ancestors, of our soldiers, of people who wanted to live in freedom. This is the great American experiment 250 years later. And I wanted to keep going on. That's all I can say. I just wanted to keep
I
going.
want these flags to go viral. I want them all to be flying all across America that we support January 6th. January 6th, everybody needs to know that was a lie.
It was a lie.
And poor Roseanne Boyland. Poor Roseanne Boyland.
Who no one ever talks about, but was killed by Capitol Police on January 6th, along with Ashley Babbitt, who was also murdered in cold blood.
Mama Mickey.
And her mom will never give up.
Mama Mickey is going out July 1st to see Tina Peters get on.
Oh, she is. Oh, good for her.
Yeah. Oh my God! Everybody and there's people from the corner that are going out there, and they're going to rally around her when she comes out of there. I mean, how great is that?
Someone wants us to share the link for the march. Is that a Day 6 march? I don't know. What march are we talking about?
What march are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, we can't share any links, but if anyone else
we can, they will. If we know what
well,
they are.
well, I can't. I mean, oh yeah, I could. No, I can't even on this phone because that's.
It is treason. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So how many did I say about how many were veterans and firefighters? 76.
So like
76%.
76% of J6ers were the people who protect us. And that's why they were there.
For our country. I mean,
and fought for our country. Right, exactly.
People that are really awesome people.
Really good people.
There is a new song, the J6 song that President Trump sang, the national anthem. There's a new one out.
Oh,
There's
really?
a new J6 song out.
Oh, do we have it?
Let's find it.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna play it.
Let me see if hold on. I do have it too.
You do?
It is on. Let me see here. I'll see if I have one here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
New J6 song.
Hello, Iran. Oh my gosh, I love this. So Faraz is here from Iran. Thanks for liberating my country. We love your country and your President Trump. Now, see, you people who hate President Trump, can't you listen to people like this? I think this is a woman. I'm not sure. It might be a man. I can't tell. But anyway,
here is
from Iran.
Let me I'm going to turn this around.
My name is Shane Jenkins, Enrique Tario, Robert Morris, Daniel Cole. My name's Nikki. Pete Short, Harry Ramey, Ryan Nichols, Deborah Mamone, Mia Pollock, John Nassif, Jordan McGeorge, White Wolf Riley, Robert Geeswine, Dustin Southern, Andrew Tucky, Jessica Watkins, Timothy Hale, Paul McHugh, Billy Grossman. This anthem means a lot to me because it's what held us together. Against the odds, our faith that our days of this nation will be renewed is still there. We formed bonds that can never be broken. I, along with my brothers and sisters, weather the storm. We'll never stop fighting for this country. For my friends, my brothers, and also help me through this tough time. Because we are what makes this country the greatest country on this planet. In this moment, in this anthem, is living. Stories will be told. We stand as one, united in this fight for liberty. Justice for all, justice reign, and all free. Freedom ain't free, no, it comes with a price. Rest in peace, Charlie. Can't believe they took your life. Didn't make it back home to your children and wife. By any means, we have to keep freedom of speech alive. Hey, rest in peace, Corey. All the fires that you fight to the.
And that's just part of that. We need to find that song.
My name is Shane Jenkins.
Do we know what that? My guys will know what that song is called. That is out. It's amazing. It's an amazing song.
So I just noticed a comment that I also agree with, that the is making people crazy.
need
I
the name of
believe
that
that
song.
was designed to do that, by the way. I really
But
do.
if we get the name of that song, we will play the whole thing because it is absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful song, and that needs to go number one.
Do they know it? Can they find it?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
looking for
they're
it.
looking.
Thank you,
They're looking.
Jerry Katrina. Can you find me that name of that song? I don't know if it's "We Are the People." I don't know.
I heard they're bringing that song back. We are the world.
Yes.
We are the people. We are the
will play the
ones
whole
that make
thing if I can.
days so start giving.
I-
Hello, Italy. There's a choice we're making. Well, you know, that was from the 80s. Boy,
come back.
I wish we could go back to the 80s. Those are the best.
And those are pictures. Those are pictures from down on the corner also that you saw on there. I don't know if I can share that. That's on my Instagram on I don't even know what my Instagram is. Hold on. My Instagram is oh my god, it's terrible.
All right, well, I'm gonna play this song.
Baby 14 Cheer is on Instagram. And there's a whole bunch. There is a whole bunch of J6 stuff on there. If you're interested, was that
It's the J6
National Anthem?
prison choir. This is what they did from prison.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
The J6 choir.
Mm-hmm. Look at the snatch again. Right there. That's it.
This one?
Mm-hmm. What's it called?
It's not the same thing as
No, Anthem of the Free. That's it. Anthem of the Free.
All right, let's play out, and then we'll play that one. All night, and our flag was still.
One nation, under God.
The stars spangled banner,
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
for the land of the free and the home
of the brave. USA, 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 USA. We sang that every night
Every night. She was there.
for 5 years. We sang that at 9 o'clock every night in the prison. Here's the new song.
Jenkins, Enrique Tarrio, Robert Morris, Sandy Caldwell.
My name is the Anthem of the Free.
Brian Nichols.
Is that up to the parts to play
On the seashore.
loud?
East Line. Adrian Center. Jessica Watkins. Timothy Hale. McHugh. Billy Grossman. This anthem means a lot to me because it's what held us together against the odds. Our faith that our days of this nation will be renewed is still there. We form bonds that can never be broken. I, along with my brothers and sisters, weather the storm. Will never stop fighting for this country. And my friends, my brothers, also help me through this tough time. Because we are what makes this country the greatest country on this planet. In this moment, in this anthem, is living please. Freedom ain't free, no, it comes with a price. Rest in peace, Charlie. Can't believe they took your life. Didn't make it back home to your children and wife. By any means, we have to keep freedom of speech alive. Hey, rest in peace, Corey. All the fires that you fight, to the cops and military that been fighting day and night. So we can have liberty and our God-given rights. To all the mothers and fathers that just trying to protect their child. Hey, freedom worth dying for, dreams worth fighting for. God got us a promise, that's the reason I smile. Protesting with our voice and our presence and our words. We ain't killing people for disagreeing, man, that's absurd. We ain't burning down cities cause we pray to them. Stop killing people that just want to debate. When we protesting, you ain't see no guns and no flames. We don't have to agree, we ain't gotta think the same. Country built on conservative values, let's reclaim it. It's not about hate, we just wanna feel heard. We standing for the truth, not just following the herd. You can love your country and still call out its flaws. You can back the Constitution and still question the laws. We don't wanna be killed just for speaking our voice. God coming soon, man, so it's time to rejoice. Let the ballots be counted, let the questions be asked. Let the people decide, don't just bury the past. And don't let evil get you down, cause God is. The person that I have to thank is Trump, our brother that we built, and the country was relieved in, and especially our president. We never would have made it out. Blessed by God, pardoned by Trump. Thank you, Donald Trump, for pardoning us and giving us a second chance on life. President Trump for pardoning me. For saving myself and Donald Trump for giving me the pardon. I want to thank Donald Trump for pardoning us. It's the only reason that we're here today, all together, free, with smiles on our faces.
Wow. Thank you for telling me about that. I'd never heard
That is,
the Anthem of the Free.
I get very teary-eyed over that.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe it's time for us to sing our song.
Oh my,
All right.
can you give me a second?
Yeah. I can.
Give me,
I can
give me a
give you a second.
just because
Yes, you
of,
can pose yourself.
because there is so
Yeah.
many beautiful souls in this whole
It's true.
J6 people that we've become family. Over the last 5 years before they got released, you hear their voices on the other side of that wall, and you never met them,
Over the
but you
wall.
knew their voices when you heard them. When I went to Bart Shively's funeral, um, John Mellis was there. That was DJ Jerome, and also first thing I said, "That's DJ Jerome. Where is he?" And he says, "Here I am," and it was like the most Shane Jenkins, um, Peter Steger. I've heard all their voices, but I've never met them. And when I finally got to meet them, it was the most amazing thing. And they all believe in God. They all believe in President Trump, and they're true Americans. And it has changed their lives. It's changed my life being down on that corner. And people would say, "Why do you go down in that corner and stand there?" And because they need support. They needed support, and because they didn't deserve what they got. Um,
No, they didn't
that
deserve.
changed my life. January 6th changed my life. All these guys have changed my life. There's still a pile of them I haven't met. And when I meet them, I always want to hug them and thank them for everything they've done as American people.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but President Trump pledging $1.8 billion compensation to the J6 prisoners comes out of a settlement he had with the IRS where they have to pay.
So it's not even coming out of.
So it's not.
anything.
They always want to say that we, the American people, are
American
paying
people
for
are-
this, that, and the other thing when we're not.
The American
And-
people aren't paying
and
for the
no,
ballroom either.
No, they're not.
President Trump is
Also.
doing that. So, oh,
My
today-
mods are awesome. Thank you. for
today,
noticing
guys,
they are.
on
Yes, thank you,
the
mods.
beach report,
Yeah.
there is a flag wave. MAGA warriors on today. They're out in Pittsburgh. There is probably about 50 patriots that flag wave
I
off a
love
bridge.
it.
It's absolutely
I heard
amazing.
about them.
If you guys can go over there and just say hello and thank you for supporting them, would be absolutely amazing. They are also on YouTube. It's at MAGA Warriors. So if you go over there and tell Joe that you support them and continue what they do, I would appreciate that. And tell them you're from the beach. You can tell them you're
Tell
from
them the beach report sent you.
Tell them the beach report sent you over there. Tell them Jamie and Jill sent you over there. And when they hear it, and they also have a J6 flag just like that. There was only 2 made when this
And
first
this
started.
is what this is the original right here.
And he has the
signed by
original out in
President
Pittsburgh,
and the
but
Pittsburgh
his is not signed by President Trump. My flag is the only one that's signed by President Trump. But that was the other original flag that is out there. The other flags have a QR code on the corner, so no one can duplicate it. That's why that is there. But on these flags, on the 2 of them, there's not a QR code. So, but if you go over there and say hello, that would be amazing.
And I wanted to read this. This is from the White House, from the website of the White House. You can look it up for yourself. But I just want to read this little section from it. President Trump corrected an historic wrong, freeing Americans who were unjustly punished and restoring fairness under the law. With his triumphant return to the White House, President Trump wasted no time righting one of the darkest wrongs in modern American history. On Inauguration Day 2025, he issued sweeping pardons and commutations for the vast majority of January 6 defendants, patriotic citizens who had been viciously overcharged, denied due process, and held as political hostages by a vengeful regime. These Americans, many guilty of nothing more than peacefully protesting a disputed election, were finally freed from years of cruel imprisonment, restored to their families, and exonerated. In one bold stroke, Trump ended the nightmare of weaponized justice and delivered long overdue vindication to those betrayed by the very leaders sworn to protect them. Unfortunately, these 9 beautiful and courageous souls lost their lives, 4 on January 6th itself and 5 by their own hand, while enduring merciless persecution for the simple act of peacefully walking through the Capitol to protest a stolen election. I will now read their names: Kevin Greason, Matthew Perna, Benjamin Phillips, Mark August, Ashley Babbitt, Jord Meacham, I'd never heard of that, Roseanne Boyland, Christopher Stanton, Georgia, and David Homel.
And there's
I
also
didn't
Kevin
even
Greason,
know those people.
Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips. They were missed on there.
Oh, wow.
Okay. When I went September, Labor Day, September 5th, I think it was 2023, when I took that flag and this flag to see President Trump on, it was Bikers for Trump. 350 bikers, no media was there.
Yeah, we talked about Tina Peters, Daniel. Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that up.
And we I said, when he was signing that flag, I said, President Trump, what's the David Valentine and myself said, what do you want us to take back to the DC gulag? And he said, I quote, you tell them everything will be okay. And when we drove back, David dropped me off here and he went back to DC and told them that that's what President Trump said. And, you got to keep their hopes alive. When you're in jail for that long,
Yeah,
they needed that little bit of hope. And
exactly.
he promised me that would be the first thing he signed when he got into office. And guess what? That was a promise kept, and he did it.
Yep.
It was the number one thing that he signed. He has never told me he has not never lied to me. He's never told me anything different. When he says something, he means something. That means a lot for this country.
It really does. Because
says a
all of the
lot.
other politicians, they don't just, I mean, can you imagine if right now we had Kamala Harris as our president and Tim Walz as our vice president? Can you think of the absurdity of that? Tim Walz as our vice president. Do you think we'd know anything about the theft of taxpayer funding in Minnesota or California or Maine or Ohio or every other state in the country? Actually, do you think we'd know any of this? And yeah, wasn't Kamala born in Canada? I don't know if she was born in Canada, but she certainly did live there.
Obama.
Yeah. Obama, he was also not born in America.
How about Obama?
Yeah, how about Obama?
How about we just sing God Bless USA?
A 1 and a 2. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I worked for all my life. And if I had to start again with just my children in my life, I thank my lucky stars for living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Woo! We did that great. I thought today was even better than yesterday's. And before we let you go, I just because it is Sunday and
What's our next adventure?
I want to just read a little prayer for peace and strength. Okay. God wants you to remember that he is good and gracious and has compassion for you. In Psalm 145:8, the Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, and rich in love. The Lord is good to all. He has compassion on all he has made. May God meet all of your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. That's from Philippians 4:19. And now here is one of the most important things that God tells us. And he says it throughout the Bible. I've heard it's 365 times, but I never counted, so I can't say for sure. But this is one of my favorites. This is Matthew 6:34. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Ain't that the truth?
That's the truth.
And then here's another good one too. God is with you when you're worried and afraid. And he tells us this in Isaiah 4:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And it's this one from Psalm 94:19. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. And here's one more I want to read to you. Psalm 56:3. God wants you to trust him and says, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. And as one who walks in faith all the time, I can tell you that this is all true. And my life is better because I have complete and total faith in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, listen. My favorite. One of my favorite. I haven't heard this for so long. True. Show it.
Truth is going to come out soon, you guys, and everyone will agree with us. Finally.
Again, how about this one? Hold on. Facts. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
I have to turn that off. Oh, was that another one?
here's a better one. No, that's gonna ruin me. Don't do
Okay.
that
All
one.
right, we won't do that one.
Actually, no more songs
No,
because
no,
I'm gonna get demonetized.
Okay, we won't do that.
No.
Okay, so, and then I love Pittsburgh too because I went out to Latrobe. I don't even know what month it was. Latrobe, I started the national anthem out there. I got in trouble for that through Secret
We're
Service.
always getting in trouble for loving our
I'm always in
country.
trouble with Secret Service that they know me by name.
Oh
And
my.
it's they're like, James, just don't do anything else.
Don't do anything, Jamie.
I don't care because
Yeah, I can't get copyrighted.
I can't get for singing the national anthem. Is President Trump going to yell at me? I mean, he could, I guess,
He
but
could, but he didn't.
but he didn't.
He
He
didn't.
just like he
He told you to
just
go.
he just played it off. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I made a promise. I've made a promise down at the corner that I would make them sing the national anthem. And they're like, you can't do that. Well, when I have my mind set on something like that, you just do it.
He's just gonna do it.
Same with July 7th. July 7th, please stay tuned for July 7th.
Yes, yeah. Tell everybody again, for those of you who didn't hear, but we'll be back together again on July 7th. I am going back to Florida, I think next week, but I'll be back on July 7th, and we'll be in Ronkonkoma, New York. She still can't say Ronkonkoma. Anyway,
Sorry.
it's so funny.
At the First American Warehouse.
First American Warehouse.
And if you guys are in the area, please do join us.
Stop.
That would be absolutely amazing to have some of our followers go on these podcasts that we're going to do there.
Well, we'll keep mentioning it, and we'll see if anyone could be there.
Taking the tour of the American Warehouse.
Yeah.
Joe the Box
Yeah.
is the most patriotic person in all the land. He has warehouses full of patriotic stuff.
That's so cool.
It is so cool. Signed by stars, signed by President Trump, Scott LeBedo, all kinds of stuff that is really interesting. He has a Trump motorcycle. He has a Trump Corvette. He has everything is Trump. The American flag that I made President Trump.
She's been talking about this for
He
so
also
long.
has one of them.
I can't wait to see the Great American Warehouse. So we're going to be doing that on July 7th.
Maybe we'll do some karaoke there too.
Of course, we're going to do it all. We'll be in Ronkonkoma, New York.
Oh, it's Joe the Box. Joe the Box
on Long Island with Joe the Box.
He is fun to be with. We will have so much fun.
Yes, we will.
If you guys want to join, come join us. We are going to be there for the day.
Exactly.
And probably at night. They're glad to have me anytime I want. Anytime I come there, the whole warehouse is open.
So we're looking forward to that.
And Jill has never been there.
And I've never been there.
She is going to be in awe. Everybody that walks in there is in awe.
So I'm really looking forward to that. So you guys will have to stay tuned, and we'll talk about it a million times until it happens.
I would love to have a Trump train go there. That would
the Trump train. Yeah, I was on the first Trump train actually, from Miami, Florida, from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. We had the Trump train all the way back in 2017 with John Dolan. Rest in peace, John. That was amazing too. We've
that'd be amazing. Let me just turn this down because we're still on, and
we're still live.
We're still live. But yeah, we're gonna have so much fun and launching a new book.
Get
excited.
Get stoked.
I am just
over the wall.
I am stoked about it.
Yeah. I've been talking to her about doing this book, and now she finally sees how it's gonna work. So I think
it's like I can't do it.
She couldn't imagine it. And I said,
she's just doing it.
I'm gonna walk you through it, girl. So yeah.
And she's gonna help me.
Because that's what I do. I'm a publisher. And
oh my God,
I'm gonna help her publish.
So what if we go live in a little? Do you want to go to the Indiantown Gap and see where Bart's buried? The Indiantown Gap. Indiantown Gap is the naval.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the most beautiful thing. My stream, if you want to go on the beach, is it the beach report? We're gonna
beach report. Exactly.
We will show you the beginning of Indiantown Gap.
I've heard of Indiantown Gap. I didn't know what it was.
Indiantown Gap is one
Navy Yard.
Is one of our where
Thank
one of our
you.
J6s are buried. But when you go into that,
a J6er is buried in Indiantown Gap.
When you go in there, there's American flags on both sides.
Really?
It's really freaking moving. The place is spotless. I am proud that the way they take care of.
How far away is that from here?
20 minutes.
Oh, that's not far at all.
No, we'll need to go over and do that and show you, and I'll show you where Bart Charlie's buried.
All right, we're gonna have to check that out then. So stay tuned to the beach report. We're having
I go brush my hair.
Yeah, we're having a Memorial Day with the bad weather, but we're making the most of it. So
if you guys want to tag along, I stream. You guys want to tag along? Go on the beach report, and you will see us live on there, and we will go check out Bart Shively. Bart Shively had
Yeah.
cancer. He was in the DC gulag, and they denied his rights of medical treatment,
And he passed away.
and he passed away.
Horrible.
So,
Absolutely horrible.
and they treated him horrible. They put him in the hole, and he would cry night in pain, and they would not give him anything, not even Tylenol. Like, who does that? That's just wrong. But
Who
anyway,
does that?
government.
Our justice penal system is
I'm still Charlie Kirk.
disgusting. I'm Charlie Kirk too.
I'm still Charlie Kirk.
I'm still Charlie Kirk.
So then we'll take that. So you know what? I think it's time to go, and I think we're going over to the cemetery.
All right, head now.
Yep, I got to go brush my hair.
We got to brush the hair.
And maybe I'll wear "Making America Great Again."
Yeah,
because some people
that's a
won't.
good idea.
I don't care.
All right, you guys. Oh, hello, Ireland. Thank
Hi,
you.
guys. Thank you, guys. I love all you guys.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Yep, that's right, Marky Mark. We are all.
Okay, it's
We
okay.
are all Charlie Kirk.
We are all Charlie
All right,
Kirk.
we'll see you
Um,
on the next
Thank you,
Beach
President
Report.
Trump.
And
Thank you,
President
our
Trump.
military. Thank
Military.
you for everybody for our freedom.
Thank you for our freedom. All of the fallen heroes who
First responders,
first
firemen,
responders, everyone who
nurses,
protected
doctors, everybody,
and defended this country. We honor you on this weekend.
and our J6ers.
And our J6ers.
Thank you.
And thank all of you for coming on the Beach Report and on Jamie's show today.
While you're waiting for us to come back, go and check out Mega Warriors and look at that flag wave, because you guys are going to be amazed how that
Check
was,
it out, guys.
and the hatred that people drive out in Pittsburgh and stop on the bridge and say how much they hate Donald Trump.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh
Okay.
boy. All
Okay,
right.
guys.
You know when you're motivated by hate.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Beach Report.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
everybody.
you'll see us in a
And
little.
thank you, mods, for keeping us all safe and
And
wonderful.
we will see you guys in a little bit.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.